This isn't just a bridge. This is a monument. A defiant, impossible structure piercing the very heart of Iceland's wildest, most unforgiving terrain. And the story behind it? It's one that historians whisper about. Engineers scratch their heads over, and the local folk, well, they know the truth. And the truth is far older, far darker, and far more unbelievable than any history book dares to print. For centuries, travelers, poets, and scholars have come to gaze upon what's known simply as the Old Bridge. But its real name, its secret name, that's carved into the very stone of the land itself. A name whispered by the wind, carried on the glacial rivers it spans. And it speaks of giants, of things that predate man, things that built this. Imagine the year, the lack of technology, the sheer, brutal impossibility of quarrying, shaping, and transporting stones of this magnitude. Stones that weigh more than a small house. Then, perfectly fitting them together, without mortar, in a land prone to seismic shifts, volcanic eruptions, and some of the harshest weather on Earth. This bridge shouldn't exist. Not like this, not here. It has withstood centuries, floods that have torn mountains apart, earthquakes that have reshaped the landscape, storms that rip the roofs off modern homes. Yet, the old bridge stands, unwavering, unbroken, a silent testament to, what? Superior ancient engineering? Or something far more primal? Something inhuman? Because here in Iceland, the veil between worlds is thin. The air is thick with old magic, with forgotten tales. And one tale in particular refuses to die. It's the story of the Mountain Shaper, the stone giant, the protector of these lands, the troll. Forget the cartoonish trolls of fairy tales. In Icelandic folklore, trolls are not small, green, or under a bridge. They are the mountains. They are the ancient stone. Colossal beings, sometimes benevolent, sometimes terrifying, but always intrinsically linked to the land itself. And they sleep. They sleep for centuries, for millennia, becoming the very landscapes we traverse. Until they are awakened, or until a deal is struck. Our story begins long, long ago. Perhaps 1,000 years, perhaps more. A time when human settlements were sparse, and survival was a daily battle. Against the elements, the growing communities needed to connect, they needed to trade. But there was a problem. A raging, impassable river. A chasm that claimed lives, swallowed goods, and severed the lifeblood of nascent civilizations. They tried to build. They failed, over and over. The river mocked their efforts, sweeping away their wood, their rope, their very hope. Despair began to set in, until one night, as the legends tell it, a weary chieftain, haunted by the cries of his people, made a desperate plea to the land itself, not to the gods of Valhalla, but to the deep earth, to the silent sleeping giants, and something listened. A figure emerged from the deepest caves of the mountains, not with a roar, but with a rumble that shook the very ground. The Mountain Shaper, enormous, ancient, made of stone and moss and the very essence of the earth. It listened to the chieftain's plight. It saw the human struggle, and it offered a solution, but at a price that would echo through generations. The deal was simple, or so it seemed. The Mountain Shaper would build the bridge in a single night. A bridge of unparalleled strength, beauty, and endurance. A bridge that would stand for as long as the mountains themselves. In return, a promise that remains shrouded in mystery, known only to the descendants of that chieftain and perhaps to the land itself. And so, under the cloak of a single, moonless night, it began. No human hands touched these stones. No human tools shaped them. Only the raw, elemental power of the Mountain Shaper. The earth itself groaned in assent. The river held its breath. And with a speed that defied all logic, all physics, the bridge rose. Each stone a testament to an ancient pact. Each arch a whisper of a power we can barely comprehend. When the sun rose, there it was, solid, immutable, perfect. A miracle of engineering, born not of human ingenuity, but of primordial power. The villagers wept, they rejoiced, and they began to cross. But a subtle fear settled in their hearts, a fear of the silence that followed. A fear of the mountains that seemed to watch them with new eyes. The bridge fulfilled its purpose. It connected communities. It fostered trade. It became a symbol of resilience. But the pact? The payment? That's where the whispers begin. The sagas hint at it. The old women tell tales by the fire. The price was not gold, not silver. The Mountain Shaper demanded something far more precious, something timeless. Some say the price was the firstborn child of every chieftain for 7 generations. Others claim it was the perpetual protection of a hidden spring, a source of ancient magic known only to the trolls. But the most chilling theory? The one that makes the hair on your arm stand up? It's that the price was silence. The absolute, unbreakable silence of humanity regarding the true builders. A pact that if humanity ever truly acknowledged the truth, if they ever truly spoke the name of the mountain shaper, the bridge would crumble, and the price would be exacted in a way no one could imagine. Look closely at the stones. Don't you see them? The subtle grooves, the natural fissures that seem to form eyes, mouths, ancient expressions. Is it just pareidolia, our minds finding patterns where there are none? Or are these the silent witnesses? The petrified faces of the mountain shaper's kin, forever watching, forever enforcing the ancient oath. Today, hundreds of thousands cross this bridge every year. Tourists marvel at its age, its beauty, its impossible construction. They take their photos. They post their stories, but they don't know. They don't hear the echoes. They don't feel the ancient pack thrumming beneath their feet. They don't sense the immense, silent gaze of the mountains that guard this secret. Engineers have tried to study it. To understand its secret, they've measured, they've analyzed, they've shaken their heads in disbelief. No known method of construction from that era could account for this stability, this longevity. They call it an anomaly, a historical mystery. But deep down, they know there's something more, something that defies the laws of man, something that obeys the laws of something else entirely. The old bridge stands, a testament to impossible strength, a whisper of forgotten power, and a chilling reminder that in places like Iceland, humanity is not always the sole architect of its destiny. Some things are built by hands far older, far larger, and far more connected to the very core of the earth. So the next time you see this bridge, remember the whisper of the wind, remember the impossible stones, and remember the silent agreement. Because what if the oldest, strongest bridge in Iceland wasn't built by humans at all? What if even now its true architect is simply sleeping, watching, and waiting for someone to break the silence?